Thanks to everyone who made the effort to come along, as it's a very important occasion in not only the band's history, but the history of this town. We have a few guest speakers here. I'm going to let them come up first. Okay. First up is Barney from the Ballyclare District Historical Memorial Association.
To start by welcoming everyone that has taken the time and made the effort to lend to give support to the Ballyclare Protestant Boys Flute Band here tonight on the opening of their new mural, dedicated to not only the band and the comrades, but also Ballyclare as a whole and the wider community and the surrounding townlands. And a very poignant theme of remembrance. I would like to say a few words regarding the comrades and the Royal Irish Rifles. It is a topic that is very poignant and sentimental to myself. My grandfather John Barnett, whom I am proudly named after, and his brother Daniel Ray Barnett both answered the call. My grandfather enlisted in Ballyclare in the town hall along with approximately 300 other men in August of 1914. The vast majority of them enlisted into the Royal Irish Rifles 12th Battalion C Company, which helped make up the Central Antrim Volunteers. These men are depicted in a well-known photograph proudly marching down Ballyclare Main Street behind a brass band, heading to the train station, which was sited not far behind where we are all gathered here tonight. The train was to take some officers and stop off in Belfast before taking the remainder of the volunteers to Newton Ards and the surrounding areas to begin their training. And from there they were sent to France, where they seen action with the Ulster Division at the Battle of the Somme in 1916. These famous words by Captain Wilfred Spender of the Ulster Division's headquarters staff for me sums it up. He said, "I am not an Ulster man, but yesterday, the 1st of July, as I followed their amazing attack, I felt I would rather be an Ulster man than anything else in the world." My pen cannot describe adequately the hundreds of heroic acts that I witnessed. The Ulster Volunteer Force from which the division was made has won a name which equals any in history. Their devotion deserves the gratitude of the British Empire. And then on to the Battle of Messines, where for the first time the Ulster Division fought side by side with the Irish Division. The officers, being genuinely concerned about the two divisions meeting for the first time and fearing the worst, decided on a football match to be played to break the ice. The match was attended by over 7,000 men, and I guess you will all be glad to know that the Ulster Division won by 6 goals to 2. After the Battle of Messines and the end of the Great War in November 1918, the men of the Royal Irish Rifles returned home to a hero's welcome. My grandfather John Barnett amongst them, but Daniel Ray Barnett was not so lucky. He was injured on the 1st of July at the Somme and sadly died on the 7th of July from injuries he had received. On returning home, the men decided to form a football team to help them stay in touch. They called their team the Comrades. They had once been comrades on the field of battle. Now they were comrades still on the football field. The club was formed around February 1919, approximately 3 months after the signing of armistice. In recognition of the sacrifices made by the men from Ballyclare, King George presented the town with 2 captured German field guns in 1920. Sadly, they were sold in October 1940 for the grand sum of £3. The money raised from this went to aid the Ballyclare and the Ballyson Hardship Funds. Councillor Jim Montgomery will be speaking next and more in depth about these funds. It must surely lift the hearts of all to stand here tonight and reflect on the sorrow and the suffering that was endured by these brave men, many of whom paid the ultimate sacrifice, but with the safe knowledge that they are remembered so fondly in the hearts of us all, as is evident at this mural tonight, as we all stand together as one. I would like to say to the officers and the members of the Ballyclare Protestant Boys Flute Band that your mural is a credit to you all involved, and is a fitting tribute to Ballyclare, and to know that you guys now proudly carry the name of the comrades. It does us all proud, and as the comrades' motto translates, nothing except your best. God bless, and thanks for having me.
Thanks very much there, Barney. Next up we're going to have Councillor Jim Montgomery.
First of all, I would like to thank the Ballyclare Protestant Boys for inviting the Historical Memorial Association tonight to be part of this. As Barney referred to earlier, we started off as an association based around the field guns that were presented to the town many years ago, and sadly were sold to help relieve the conditions at the time. We started with the aim of trying to identify where the guns went. People grew up in the area hearing different stories about where they had gone, who took them, what had happened to them, and we undertook a lot of research and eventually came to the sad decision that they couldn't be traced and brought back to the town. So what we're doing as an association now is running a series of events. We've had 3 so far, with more planned, where we remember the events of the First World War and the involvement of local people in it in a variety of events which the band has been very supportive of all the way through, and I would like to thank them for that. This is all about remembering our history and recognising it and being proud of it. And seeing this mural, I have to say, fits in very well with the aim of the association as well, that it recognises the sacrifices given by local people and remembers the history of those who went to war. Sadly, some did give their lives, others came back and then ended up forming Ballyclare Comrades football team. So it recognises all the history all the way through off the town. This is something that we should be proud of, that we must keep remembering. We certainly are going to continue doing it in the association by developing memorials around the Ballyclare district, benches, different scenery, remembering what did happen and the sacrifice of those who went to war. Very appropriate mural for the band to develop on their anniversary. I have to say it looks very well, very artistic. Well done to all those who were involved in putting it up. And thanks again for inviting us, and be proud of what you have done in remembering those from the local area. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jim. Okay, and the last speaker here is the District Grand Master of the Orange Institution, William John Strange.
I'm not going to give you a history because that's already been done, but on behalf of the 6 Mile Water Orange District, I'd like to congratulate Ballyclare Protestant Boys Flute Band on their 15th anniversary. And what a great way to celebrate your anniversary by dedicating this mural to the formation of Ballyclare Comrades Football Club in 1919, from survivors from Ballyclare and surrounding areas who fought and served in World War I and were fortunate to come back at the end of the war. It's also a great way of remembering and commemorating those brave men and women from the Ballyclare area who gave their all in the war so we could have the freedom we have today. I'd also like to thank Andrew Carmichael out of the band for inviting myself, district officers and the 6 Mile Water Orange District to this great event. And congratulate Andrew and the band once again for all the hard work in achieving this great mural. Also big thanks to the band for supporting the Orange District throughout the year. These are a very disciplined band and should be very proud of yourselves. So once again, very well done and congratulations.
The mural's plaque and officially open the town mural. I'm going to ask Taylor Carmichael to come on up. Taylor Carmichael will now play Absent Friends while we lay the poppy wreaths that are placed on the mural wall. The band would now like to take this opportunity to thank all in attendance tonight to open the town's mural and the entire Ballyclare community whose continued support has been greatly appreciated over the band's 14 years on the road. We have further thanks and appreciation to all the Orange Orders, Royal Black Preceptories, apprentice boys of dairy clubs both here in Ulster and Scotland. Also 3 friends here from Canada. We also have 2 band members who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight. Comrade Adam Milton, currently serving in our armed forces as a Wreath soldier in the Royal Dragon Guards, and Comrade Robert Hamill, who is an infantry soldier serving in the 1st Battalion of the Royal Irish Regiment. They shall not grow old, as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget. I'm going to ask everybody now if we can have a minute's silence. Okay?